My name's Roye Locklear. I'm originally from North Carolina, but I've been here in Jacksonville for about the last 30 years. So this is home for me now. My connection with the Armada started, I want to say it's about 10 years ago, back in 2013. Ironically, I was in Azerbaijan. I was coaching with the U.S. Army men's program, and I saw on the news that a team was coming to Jacksonville, the Armada. So when I got back, I reached out to some folks with the team, expressed my excitement that we were, getting a team here in town. And ironically enough, when I went downtown to their offices, I think Nathan was one of the first ones that I ran into, and I just expressed my willingness to support the franchise and the organization in any way that I could. But again, that was my first introduction to the team roughly about 10 years ago. And this was before they even were officially playing. Yeah, so bringing soccer back to Jacksonville, through the years, Jacksonville has a history of professional soccer. If you go back to the 80s, you got the Jacksonville T-Men. Then you had the Jacksonville Cyclones, were an A-League franchise here in the mid to late 90s that I was fortunate enough to be a member of for a couple years. But, this is a vibrant soccer community, and I know there's a lot of passionate fans that would support the organization, and there's no, better evidence of that from back in 2015 when the Armada first started. Some of those first games where we had, Boca Juniors and some of the other teams in the league. The fan support was quite evident. And speaking of fan support, I think that's the lifeblood of any soccer organization. Section 904 and some of our rabid fans that we have for the team here, they've been nothing but supportive of the organization since day one. They've stood through them, all these years, and I know they're like the rest of us. They're excited about what the future holds. But I think it's important to have a strong fan base. Players and teams and just the organization in general just kind of thrives off the energy that fan base brings to the stadium, each and every game. We've got a really good group of supporters here, and it's going to be exciting to see what they do, moving forward with the franchise. Memorable moments for me as far as the Armada, I think just the announcement in general when we found out they were coming here back in 2015. I remember some of the press conferences that happened downtown with the mayor and some of the organization's leadership. And then, of course, on the field, who can forget the match against Boca Juniors, and then the very first match that we actually played in the NASL as an official team. If I'm not mistaken, I think JJ scored within 15 seconds of kickoff. So there's been some pretty memorable moments playing not only at Everbank Stadium, but at the baseball grounds. Those first couple years, the baseball grounds was really rocking on game days. So it's exciting to know that that's what lies ahead for the organization here in the years to come. Again, just the excitement, just excited to know that the organization's coming back as a member of MLS Next Pro. With the stadium coming, the organization is going to have, their home to play in, which is extremely important because we know, the organization is kind of bounced around from different locations through its existence. I think it's going to just add to that sustainable and to the excitement level of the organization. I know the city's excited, I'm excited, and we just can't wait for that first season to kick off. Vamos Armada!